I thought the fire had finished its work. The ranch was a rib cage of black beams and wind, coyotes keeping their distance, while scraps of tin sighed in the heat. Then I heard it, 3 soft taps from below the ash, like someone knocking on the underside of the world. If this hook pulled you in, tell me in the comments what country you're watching from, and hit subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow's story. I pushed aside a charred plank and found a trap door flush with the cracked earth. The iron ring burned my palm, but it lifted. Cool air rose from the cellar, carrying the faint smell of dried corn and creosote bush after rain. "Hello?" I called, keeping my voice gentle, like talking to a skittish horse. A face appeared in the shade. A young woman, dust-streaked, hair long and tangled with beads. She was grown, maybe in her 20s, eyes sharp as flint. She didn't speak at first. I lowered my canteen and a piece of bread from my saddlebag. She accepted both without moving closer, watching me as if one wrong word would send the door slamming shut. "My name's Eli," I said. "I just took claim of what's left here." "I won't hurt you," she answered at last, voice rough from a day or more without much water. "I was visiting family when riders came. I hid below. I waited for night. It didn't come." I nodded. The sun hung over the flats, bright as a brand. Around us, mesquite and cholla cactus stood like sentries, and beyond them, the long backs of red hills. "You're safe to choose what happens next," I said. "Do you want me to fetch the sheriff? Or do you have kin nearby?" She studied the land over my shoulder. The ocotillo canes, the prickly pear pads bursting with yellow blossoms, a pair of hawks circling high. "My people camp near the White Mountains when the heat grows," she said. "I can go there." "I just need what's in the cellar." I stepped back and let her climb out. She moved with quiet purpose, muscles roped tight, no fear in her hands. Together we sorted the ash until we found a bundle wrapped in deer hide, a small stone pendant, a coil of braided hair, and a pouch smelling of sage. She tied the pouch at her neck. "My mother's," she whispered. We walked to the wash where cottonwoods flickered green against the sky, and yucca stalks rattled in the breeze. A canyon wren sang, its notes falling like water. She drank and washed soot from her face. "I'm Naya," she said at last. I gave her my spare hat and pointed north. "There's a spring 2 days from here. Follow the ridge where the agave grows, then drop into the valley. If you like, I can ride the first stretch." Naya lifted her chin, measuring me. "Ride halfway," she said, "then turn back. The rest I can do." We parted at dusk on a shelf of sandstone, the sky all copper and rose. She touched the pendant and offered a small, sure smile, the kind you keep for when you mean to live. I watched until the creosote and mesquite hid her from sight. Back at the ranch, I swept the cellar clean and set a lantern at the door. The secret that lived below had a name, a path, and a future, and somehow the burned ground didn't feel empty anymore. If you enjoyed this story, please subscribe so you don't miss the next one.